AM 560. The Answer.
The other thing about California, it isn't just ripe with scum gypsy thieves and their politicians. For the people who are really not in on it, the drug addicts, the lowlifes, and the morons, that homeless, that's a real deal, and it's really on the uptick. I know that it went out of vogue after the Chinese communist leader came and they cleaned up the Potemkin village in San Francisco, right? They cleaned up a block and they pretended there wasn't fecal everywhere you stepped. Well, turns out it's even worse than you think.
Only on Fox 11 tonight, a U.S. post office overwhelmed by trash and homeless encampments. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf with more.
It's unbelievable that this post office is even open. Customers maneuvering around trash and homeless encampments. The image is shocking. So this is the entrance to the post office right here. Disturbing conditions right outside this downtown LA post office, somehow still open, surrounded by trash. Mounds of garbage flooding the parking lot, old TVs, stripped copper wire, and rats. You know what it's like out here?
That's not demo rats, that's real rats. They are, however, a nuisance to even the Democrats with a heroin needle in their arm.
Girls and no work.
Some people living here for years, others months.
You don't know who you're talking to. You can't trust anybody, really.
Is it safe?
No.
Ariana Montero inviting us into her encampment. Inside a dog, shelves, a fan, even a refrigerator.
Now she's got a tent, got a dog, a nice little setup there. How's the refrigerator get electricity? Anybody? Anybody? That's the other thing. They're stealing electricity from all buildings around them.
It's not even done yet.
How do you guys get power?
From the lights. From the lights from the pictures.
Obviously, this is a post office.
Honestly, we're blessed that they haven't said anything.
Right across the street is one of the busiest fire stations in the city of LA. They say 80% of their calls are related to the homeless.
That's the part I want you to focus on. We said this years ago. The wildfires! They're not wildfires. They're illegal alien homeless scumbag fires.
Accused of trying to ignite fires near a massive Los Angeles wildfire has been identified as Juan Manuel Sierra Leyva, an illegal immigrant from Mexico, according to ICE sources. Sierra Leyva was tackled by residents in Woodland Hills on Thursday after he was allegedly seen using a blowtorch, described by one witness as a flamethrower, to set Christmas trees and debris on fire near the raging Kenneth Fire.
There have been, out of the last 5 so-called wildfires, 4 convictions of arson. And they're still calling it climate change. It's scumbag enhancement. And this is what Democrats bring to every area. So if you like crime and arson and rape and murder and mayhem, then please hope that the Democrats win in the midterms. They don't have to win. They just steal like everything else. Jim in Lake County. Squirrel my phone line is down. Give me Jim in Lake County. Everybody, sing the girl from Ipanema.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Namaste, brother.
Namaste.
Hey, the problem with Minnesota is that they're sentencing these Somalian fraudsters with 1 year and maybe a month of parole for stealing $5, $6 million. The sentencing, the judging, this has to be revisited by the Trump administration. This is ridiculous. This is not fair. Something's got to be done and get that money back.
Well, it's either that or we go to Somalia next. When we're done with Iran, now we invade Somalia. Now it's mine. The park is mine. Rat bastards. As all the real estate prices implode. Somalia real estate is really having a boom because they steal our money. Even the illegal alien who is, in fact, pretending to be a congresswoman. The good news is there's an investigation on that dimwit with their laundry on her head.
The Trump administration ramps up its crackdown on fraud. Vice President J.D. Vance is now targeting Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Now, Vance
is it targeting because she got away with lying about her immigration status and stealing from the people? So is it targeting, or is it I stumbled onto the fact she, too, is a lying pig thief?
Leading the new anti-fraud task force, which met for the first time on Friday. Now, we have learned that Omar's immigration history is now under review. Omar came to the U.S. as a refugee from Somalia in 1995. She's been dogged with questions about her marriages for a while now. Officials note...
5. The second one to her brother. Now, somebody look up General Omar, which is her father, in Somalia that was killing his own people. And she somehow fled because of a civil war. Your father was the killer, scumbags. Yuck. Glenn in Orlando.
Yeah, hey, Sean. Happy Good Friday, happy Easter, and stuff. And,
since I was a kid, it bothered me they call it Good Friday. I understand the rationale, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It's nothing good about it. Nothing good about it. But go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, speaking of stealing money, what's the purpose of NATO and the United Nations? I mean, you look at what's going on.
Can I answer? Ooh. Can I do a Horseshack? Ooh. Can I answer? Yeah. It's a great vestibule to steal the $14 trillion in foreign policy money over the past 20 years. See, those two entities that do nothing, that are good for nothing, have become vestibules and money laundering schemes to buy off the most corrupt people in those countries, called the rat pig politicians, who walk around like Somalians in Minnesota with Rolexes on their arm and fancy cars in their driveway that not a one of their fat, lazy, useless asses could have bought with their own money. The thief pigs. And end them all today. What do you think?
Well, I'd just like to know how many deaths that NATO and the United Nations prevent from wars. And
I think you should go with how many they created. I think you should go with how many women have been raped and gotten away with and covered up by the UN peacekeepers. I also think you should go with how many people died from both COVID that was created by the government and the vaccine that killed them even more efficiently. Let's start with how much they killed rather than how many they saved. 312-642-5600.
Marxists, socialists, and communists are not welcome on the Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.